Okay, in this topic, we're gonna cover ICT concepts, right? What is ICT concepts? Who is ICT? And what is he all about? Okay, that's what we're gonna cover because all of our strategy is basically ICT concepts. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. What is ICT? Who is ICT? And what the heck does he do? Okay, so ICT is like probably like the mentor of all mentors, right? All the biggest traders in the game, like all the biggest influencers, trade. Most of them, not all of them, most of them, right? They trade ICT. The best traders in the world, who gets the most payouts, right? The best traders in the world, they trade ICT, right? So ICT is this guy is he's like what he basically did was he posted videos of like basically free mentorship. All of this from 2017 to now, every single year he does free mentorship, right? He does not sell courses. He's basically do everything like out of his heart, right? Like sharing the wisdom that he gained from the markets. He's sharing it to people and hoping that and praying that people benefit from it. And I say praying because he's Christian, right? He's a Christian, and and he did say that his wisdom from trading came directly from the Lord, and he wanted to share that love to everyone else, and he wanted to share his passion. That's why all of this mentorship here, guys, it's all free. He has insane amount of concepts that people use to basically it's all price action, right? All price action. He knows how the market moves and why the market moves in the way it does. This guy, right, Inner Circle Trader, ICT, he's known for milking forex and futures. He's known for milking forex and futures, right? It doesn't matter what market. That's our goal, right? It doesn't matter what our goal is to get to that level where we can go back and forth on the same day wherever the opportunity lies and be able to trade forex or futures, right? That's the goal, guys. So it doesn't matter which markets. But yeah, so he has a lot of concepts, but that like 90% of it, guys, we don't need. Okay, 90% of his concepts we don't need. I've already dumbed it down into the model that I use, that a lot of the biggest influencers use. Certain concepts put together into a model, into a system that works, right? Because he has so many concepts, guys. He has so many concepts like throughout the years that is designed to predict how the market moves. But you don't need to know all of it, guys. You don't need to know all of it. His goal for us as retail traders is to put together these concepts and create and find our own model. Because with all his concepts, guys, you can literally create thousands and thousands of models, right? You can create thousands and thousands of models. The model that I use, the system that I use based on ICT concepts, a lot of influencers use it. A lot of Christian trading influencers that I follow, they use the same concepts, and they use like 95% of what I use, right? Basically the same system. I've basically copied them, and then I've just twisted it like 5% of it. That's it. But I basically copied other, Christian influencers, how they trade and how they use ICT concepts, and I want to share that with you guys because it works, right? And they made money. They made like millions of dollars in payouts, right? They become consistent because of the concepts that they have built, and I copied it. It made sense to me. It opened my eyes to the markets, and now I want to share with you guys. So yeah, that's what ICT is all about, guys. He's this guy is a legend. He's been around the market for like 3 decades, guys. 3 decades. He's been through a lot. He's been through all the hate, but in the end, his concepts work, right? Inner Circle Trader, ICT concepts, right? Basically an advanced version of, I don't know if you guys heard of SMC concepts, smart money concepts. So this is like, guys, this is like smart money concepts on steroids. Smart money concepts on steroids, okay? Yeah, so that's ICT concepts. And also want to share why does ICT concept works for me, because I used to trade indicators a lot, guys. I relied on indicators. Like if you look at the chart, I relied on indicators. Like I did not know. Like I used to use a lot of Fibonacci's. I'll give you as an example. I used to use a lot of Fibonacci's, and my chart literally looked like a coloring book, right? I used a lot of this, and Fibonacci's, you're taught that this is the golden zone, the 0.618. This is the golden zone, right? Sorry, one sec. Let me make it clear for you. Let me remove this. And with Fibonacci's, guys, you're taught the golden zone, and this is where price is highly likely gonna bounce, right? And I was using a lot of EMAs. I don't know if you guys are familiar with EMAs and all this, like ribbons and crossovers and all that crap that you don't really need to know, okay? So I was using all that. I was using like volume indicators, like I'm telling you, like I was using ADX, I was using MACD, right? Oops. Anyways, ran out of indicators. Anyways, but you get the idea. My chart looked like this, even worse, right? I had all the indicators, and I got to a point where I thought I needed another screen just so I can fit all these indicators, right? But none of it worked because none of it was built on the reason why the market moves. It was built on past data, guys. It's built on past data. Then indicators are lagging indicators, okay? They are lagging indicators, meaning they have to read the chart before price actually moves, right? They read the chart after the price moves. Yeah. They read the chart after the price moves. So when you get these results in the indicators, right? The price has already gone, right? So it's lagging. So it's not like it's not leading indicators, right? They're lagging. They lag. It's hard to rely on it. But I relied on it. It worked. Like I did have some, I was able to pass some evals with these, but it didn't work in the long run. Okay, it did not work in the long run. I did not find any consistency because it lacked in the reason why the market moves. I'll give you guys an example again, okay? This is an example of what happened to me and why I started questioning indicators. This is what happened to me. Okay, I'm gonna draw it out. This is for me why indicators don't work. Okay, I came to that conclusion because of this. This is what happened to me. So price was going up, down, up, down, up, down. It was trending down, right? It was trending down, and we're taught that with Fibonacci's here, that when price is going down, right? When price is going down, boom. When price is going, let me fix this. Right, when price is going down, you want to put your fib here and drag it down, right? When price is going down, you want to put your fib there and drag it down, okay? But what happened was at 0.68, this is what they call the golden zone. What happened was when price bounced back up here, I was expecting a rejection of the golden zone and a continuation, and instead price continued up. And I was wondering why, because it's so hard having a hard time to draw here. I was wondering why, because my EMAs, right, they were all trading down. These are my moving averages. There was no crossover, right? So, and they went up a little bit. I was expecting a rejection because the 200 EMA was here, it was down, or the 100, whatever it was. So I was expecting a rejection of this 0.618, or like this is what they call the golden zone. I was expecting a rejection. My ADX, my volume indicator, was indicating that there was a lot of selling volume, right? There was a lot of selling volume, and I was in a downtrend. I was expecting the price to continue to go down, but no, it didn't, right? So I entered like so so I entered sorry, I entered here, ended up entering there because what happened was, let me get rid of this again. Okay. What happened was price bounced off here. Okay, it bounced off and it went down here. Okay, it went down there. And then I sold because we had a reaction of the golden zone and it sold. And all of a sudden price went up. All of a sudden price went up. I got faked out. Indicators didn't tell me that. Why did I get faked out? Why? I didn't realize back then, but I realized it now. This is because why, guys? Understand this. This is because why? Liquidity. Guys, liquidity. There was no reason for a price to continue to move because there was no liquidity down here. Like there was no London low, London high. There's no fair value gaps to be filled. There was no Asia low, Asia high. There was none of that. Sorry, I know my chart looks like a mess right now, but hopefully you guys, hopefully it's starting to, hopefully I'm making sense. Oh my God, this is crazy. Okay. No, I don't want that. But anyways, yeah. There was no liquidity down there, so there was no reason for a price to move. So that's what I realize now, trading studying ICT concepts, right? There was no reason for liquidity to be there, so that was a major fake out. All the liquidity that when I went back, studying it again and why it didn't work out, all the liquidity was resting up here. You had your previous day high, previous day low, Asia high, Asia low. You had those major liquidity zones, and then you also had unfilled like 5-minute fair value gaps up here. So there was no reason for price to go down there. There was a bigger reason for price to move up, and it did move up. It didn't care about the golden zone. It reacted a little bit, but it didn't care about the golden zone where it's meant to, we're taught that it would react to. It didn't, it didn't care about that. It didn't care about none of that. It didn't care about the EMAs, didn't care about the Fibonacci. It cared about liquidity, because that's what moves the market, guys. Remember, there's reasons why the market moves. There's 4 reasons: hunt liquidity, fill imbalances, fair value gaps. Number 3 is news, and number 4 is generate liquidity. That's it, right? That's the reason why market moves, and our decisions in trading should be based on that. And ICT Concepts is based on that, and that's why this approach to trading makes more sense to me, because there's a reason why the market moves. I have a why every time I'm trading, right? I'm not guessing with indicators. Like, they're lying to you. Like, these indicators are lying to you, right? I hope you understand my example, that happened to me that made me question these indicators, right? But yeah, don't use indicators. None of these. Only use like certain ones, like, session highs, session lows. These are the ones that automatically mark the charts for you, so you don't have to. That's it. Don't use any other else.